Hello everyone, welcome to Cricket Tracker's special live show in the air. And it's time for India versus Australia T20I series. Today first match will be played in Mohali at Indrajit Singh Bindra PCS Stadium. Both the teams will put their best foot forward considering big tournament is coming, that is T20 World Cup. So without any further ado, let me invite our guests on the show, Vignesh and Prateek.
Hello.
Hi Vignesh, hi Prateek. So before we start our discussions, let's take a look at history at record. So, Vignesh, do you think head-to-head record plays an important role in such a big battle when two big teams are playing India and Australia, and India completely dominates here, 39?
Yeah, I don't think head-to-head records played a lot of creates a lot of impact because the last time India taught Australia, India came out victorious, and it was vice versa when Australia
Right,
came towards to India. Maxwell scored 100, and so I don't think it's going to play a massive role with head-to-head, and also with the team combinations and stuff. It's changed, three previous records. I don't think it's going to create a lot of impact going to the series.
right. So, Prateek, let's talk about Virat Kohli. He's back in action again. Virat Kohli's lean patch is a thing of past now. I mean, in the Asia Cup, he was fantastic. Second highest run scorer in the tournament, two half centuries, one century versus Afghanistan. So, how big a threat is going to be for Australian team in today's match?
First of all, it is very heartening for each and every Indian cricketing fan to see Virat Kohli scoring runs again, being
Right.
amongst runs again. And how big a threat he would be, I think it's massive. I think time and again he has troubled the Australians in this format more than any other. Of course, he has played well in the other formats as well, but I think he has scored most runs for any player against Australia in this format. And we all remember that famous innings of his, one of his best T20 innings, which happened in Mohali, by the way, against
Right.
Australia in the 2016 World Cup. That was some knock, wasn't it? And yeah, he will be a big threat as he has always been against Australia.
Right. And we saw him bowling in the nets as well. So another all-rounder in making. What would you say about that?
Um, sure. Yeah, Virat Kohli, I think he's someone who can do anything on his day. It's also something we saw in a big game in 2016 World Cup. Having said that, I think we see batters just ball in the nets for fun, and it's good thing that they just do everything, just keep it all, just
Right.
have that match practice, do whatever is necessary, and I think this is one of them.
Right. So, Vignesh, let's talk about Glenn Maxwell. I mean, he's one of the best all-rounders in the shortest format of the game, unquestionably. And he's known for someone who plays fearless cricket. And on top of that, he knows how to play in Mohali because he used to play for Punjab in the IPL. So, what do you think? And plus, Mitchell Marsh and Marcus Stoinis is not in the team. So, this extra pressure would hamper his performance, or is he going to shine in the pressure?
Yeah, Glenn Maxwell's a pocket dynamite, isn't it? Some for someone who has over 2,000 runs. Again, it's all for players like Glenn Maxwell. It's more about the impact, I would say. For about he's played out close to 87 games, and he's striking at a strike rate of 153. So I think that's so for players like Maxwell, I think it's all about impact more than runs. So him coming in at number 4, 5. Now he's been promoted at 4, but before over the 87 games, I would say he's been batting at 5, sometimes even 6. He's played as a finisher for Australia. So it's all about. So he's coming into the in the middle when 30 was required of 12 or 40 of 18. So it's all about creating impact, and he's a 360-degree player. He can just turn things around for fun. So I would say he scored 100 as well, so his highest is close to 145. So for an impact player, that is really good. And he's, I feel Maxwell is totally criminally underrated as a bowler. So he could sneak in overs, he could sneak in overs with the new ball. So him bowling it in the power play and going with an economy of less than 5, 6 sometimes, and also sometimes taking a wicket is a bonus. So I would say he's a complete package for an Australian team. And sometimes if he gets going, I think it's one way traffic for Australians, and they're going to like jump going into the Indians. He's a force basically. So if he comes on his day, he can just turn things around. Maxwell again. You're talking about Mitchell Marsh and Marcus Stoinis not
Yes.
playing the side this time. I don't think it's going to be like it's going to create pressure or he's taken responsibility before. He's performed, and also Australia with Tim David. He's a attacking force, I would say. He can hit a long ball.
Right.
He averages close to 32 at an average with a strike rate of over 160 in T20s. So that's an added bonus. He's going to be the X factor. So with him behind Maxwell at maybe 5 or 6, I don't think there's going to be massive pressure. Responsibility is obviously there. No, responsibility is always there for every cricketer. But pressure, I wouldn't say Maxwell's under a massive pressure or under a lot of pressure. I think it's going to be at the same job. Stick to your basics and go about his business for Glenn Maxwell.
Right, right. Pratik, Mohali's pitch is known for batting. I mean, batters really it helps batters. Plus, outfield is good. And so, what do you think? Today's KL Rahul, he has an opportunity to thrive because he hasn't been in good form since he made a comeback. So, do you think it's going to be a big opportunity for him to score runs against a big team, considering T20 World Cup is coming?
Definitely. KL Rahul, if you look at his numbers, he's a massive player. He averages close to 40 with a strike rate above 140. And for an
Right.
opener to have these numbers, I think it's massive. So we know the quality is definitely there. He is such a pleasing player to watch. He has got all the shots in the books. He has got textbook shots in his books, basically. A very good timer of the ball. And on his day, he can just score runs for fun. And uh, whether this will be a good opportunity, I think so, because I think he has not been out of form, being absent in the team, coming after an injury like that, after months together, the rustiness was always bound to be there. And in the last game, if you look at the numbers, he actually scored a half century, didn't he? Which are good signs. And against a good Afghanistan side, they had a good bowling side. So I think, yeah, this is a good opportunity for him to add on to what he did in the previous match. So yeah, I'm hoping he would pick up from where he left off.
Yeah, we all are hoping a big inning would come. Vignesh, let's talk about Adam Zampa. He has been performing really well for Australia. So, I mean, he knows how to take big wickets. He knows how to break partnerships. So, is he going to be a threat for India in today's match?
Yeah, Adam Zampa, with white ball format, he's been absolutely exceptional over the last, I think, year and a half. He's been brilliant for Australia in the World Cup. He was the leading wicket taker. He just has a knack of picking up wickets in the middle. He just gets the batsman to make mistakes, and he has a really good googly. If he's bowling googlies, if he's giving the ball a bit of air, he's a completely different bowler to what Zampa was before, where he was not fighting the ball, he was just pushing the ball through the air, not giving the ball the revs he is giving right now. So I think he's going to be a massive threat, especially to Virat Kohli with his googlies. So I think it's
Right.
going to be a very good contest, even with Kohli, and if the openers get a good start for India. Zampa coming
Right.
just before the fifth or the sixth over or in the middle is going to be a crucial. And then the 4 overs of Zampa is going to be really crucial for Australia this evening.
So, guys, big update is coming. Australia won the toss and they elected to bowl first. I think it's a good decision because chasing team has a good record in Mohali. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Because out of if I'm not wrong, out of the 13 games in Mohali that has been played, 13, I think 7 of them have been one chasing. That's over 55 percentage. Again, with T20s and with Dew, the talking point of Dew, I think it was a no-brainer for Australia
Right.
to chase, and also about their missing their core middle order. Mitchell Marsh is out, Stoinis is out, and also they're missing one of their prime new ball bowlers, that is Mitchell Stark. So I think it was a safe decision to chase this time around, and I think they will continue to chase moving forward if they win the toss.
Right. Pratik, what do you think? How big a role Indian openers, are going to play in today's match, considering India are batting first?
we spoke about KL Rahul, and speaking about Rohit Sharma, I
Rohit
think
Sharma.
for the openers, Uh, it's unfortunate that he has not exactly been at his supreme best because Rohit Sharma at his supreme best is a run machine. He is a serial prolific run getter.
Right.
And he has been a little short of runs of late. And how big this would be, I think this would be massive. They would want to get some runs under their belt going into the all important T20 World Cup. And I think the
Right.
only concern for Rohit Sharma it's that he has been getting starts, He has been timing the ball. He has been playing some good shots, but this Rohit Sharma, we typically know is that once he gets the starts, he's just going to make it very very big. But that hasn't been the case over the last few months. And same goes for KL Rahul. Both
Right.
needs a good start for starters, and then just keep it going.
Right. So let's take a look at the players' battle because it's going to be very exciting. Virat Kohli versus Adam Zampa. So two times Adam Zampa got the best out of him. So Vignesh, what do you think about this battle?
Yeah, yeah. As I mentioned before, even during the
Right.
Zampa talk, it's obvious, it's obvious that Zampa and Virat Kohli is the matchup to look forward in the game with Kohli enough attacking mindset and also Zampa not afraid to give the ball a bit of air. I think it's going to be an
Hmm.
exciting contest, and I think Kohli once he's set, now he's going to take on Zampa. So with Mohali being with Mohali, the ball coming onto the bat, I feel it's a batting paradise to be honest, except for one game that they struggled to score. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be an exciting game, and I think with Zampa again, with Zampa Kohli, it's going to be a good battle. I think Zampa is going to click this one. But again, for India batting first, 170, 175 is a bare minimum. I feel.
Right. The next players' battle is Bhuvneshwar Kumar versus Aaron Finch. We all know Aaron Finch. He has not been performing well for Australia, and on the other hand, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, he knows how to take wickets in the power plays. So for now, it seems like Bhuvneshwar Kumar will overplay Finch, but it's a T20 match. It's unpredictable. What do you think, Pratik?
Well, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, in the kind of form he is in right now with the new ball, especially in T20s, he will just trouble the right-handers over and over again just by bowling that off stump line, or what I call the corridor of uncertainty. He will attack the off stump, and be it with the in swingers or the occasional out swingers, which will leave the right-handers. I think he's going to be a massive threat for any opener in the world who is a right-hander, especially who's a right-hander. And Aaron Finch, given that he has not exactly been scoring runs, I think it's going to be mentally very challenging for him to face someone like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar at this point. And yeah, I think he will be very much mindful of that, Aaron Finch.
Right. So let's move on to next players' battle, and that is Chahal versus Glenn Maxwell. Both of them play fearlessly, and they love taking risk. So Vignesh, who do you think is gonna win this battle?
Again, it's been, Chahal and Maxwell, there's always been this talk. Chahal getting the hang of Maxwell quite a few times, and Maxwell also giving it back last time when they told India, that was in Bangalore. So, and with Chahal and Maxwell playing for RCB, I think it's going to be a good contest. And if Rohit goes with third man inside the circle and Chahal giving it a bit of air, I think he's going to bring out the reverse sweep or the ramp, the reverse ramp, whatever Maxwell calls it. Again, chasing this time, again, Australia chasing with a lot of pressure. If there is a lot of pressure, it's going to be a really good contest. And if it's in the arc for Maxwell, I think he's going to go for it. So I think it's a win-win situation for Maxwell as well as Chahal, where he gets a wicketing opportunity. As that's again, it's leg spinners is the game right now. You either get hit or get wickets. So if you give it a bit of air, so I think it's going to be a great contest.
Right. So guys, let's talk about Jasprit Bumrah and Harshal Patel. We missed them in the Asia Cup 2022, but now they are back. So I think death over problems now. I think it's going to be solved. Like what we witnessed in the Asia Cup.
Yeah, definitely. I think Harshal Patel is that kind of a bowler who will, even if he concedes a few runs, he will come up with important wickets. He will get the wickets at very crucial times, something that India lacked in the Asia Cup, I believe. If they made partnerships, I think it would just go out of
Right.
control. They would just India would just let the opposition get into that cruise control mode, which happened against us, Sri Lanka, which happened against Pakistan as well. I think Harshal Patel is that kind of a bowler who will come up, who has all the skill set, the subtle variations, those deceptive bouncers and quicker balls. And yeah, he's proper T20 bowler. Of course, he has performed well in the longer formats in the domestic circuit as well. But he's the kind of bowler India needs right now. And about Jasprit Bumrah, I don't think I need to add much. We all know what kind of a bowler he is. No matter which format it is, what surface it is, he will
Right.
get something out of nothing. Be it with a new ball, be it in the death overs, be it in the middle phase, he will trouble the batters. And he's a kind of bowler batters would tell themselves, okay, yeah, let me just play this over out and look ahead, just attack the other bowlers. So having him is a psychological advantage for India, and I'm not sure if he's in the team today. But yeah, I think have being there in the camp, knowing that he's available, that itself will be a massive boost for the Indian team.
Right. So, guys, India's playing 11 is Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Dinesh Karthik, Rishabh Pant is not playing today, Akshar Patel, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Harshal Patel, Umesh Yadav, and Yuzvendra Chahal. So, Prateek, what's your take on, are you happy with this playing 11?
Yes, I am because in one of the Asia Cup games when Rishabh Pant was picked over Dinesh Karthik, when Karthik hadn't really done much wrong, he barely had gotten chance to bat, and nothing much was wrong with his
Right.
keeping. So I thought he deservedly. I think he deservedly gets his chance back in the playing 11. And as far as the rest of the team is concerned, I think India has gone with pretty much the same template over the last few months, especially in the last 1 or 2 months. And Harshal Patel gets his chance again, rightfully so. If he is available, he should be starting. And we spoke about Jasprit Bumrah not so long ago. And if he isn't playing, it simply means that either
Hmm.
India does not want to risk it. He's coming back from an injury, so they don't want to take a chance. They want to give him proper recovery period. Or he has not completely recovered. They do not want to aggravate the injury. Let's see. It's still we still have 2 more games to go, so he will definitely get good enough games under his belt before the World Cup begins.
Right. So let's move on to our Australian fan, Vignesh. And Australia's playing 11, Aaron Finch, Cameron Green, Steve Smith, Glenn Maxwell, Josh Inglis, Tim Devitt, Matthew Wade, Pat Cummins, Nathan Alice, Adam Zampa, and Josh Hazelwood. So, Vignesh, what's your take on this?
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that they slotted in Josh Inglis in the middle order. To be fair, I think he goes well with the new ball in the power play. But again, Cam Green with this experimenting again, experimentation is allowed before the World Cup, and we just know that David Warner is going to take that spot once he's in the 11. So I think his experimentation is good. But again, I need to see it's going to be good and challenging for Josh Inglis as well. How he sets up in the middle order and how he pieces the innings in that. Mid overs. Again, rest I expect pretty much. I expected the same 11, and again, somewhere Nathan Ellis. He's a very underrated. He had a good 100. He bowled really well there. He picked up a few wickets. He's coming with wickets under his belt and also coming with form. So I think. I think it's going to be a complete package that they've gone with a good 11. I think it's balanced. So I think it's good to go for Australia.
Right. So now let's take a look at the milestones. Rohit Sharma needs 2 wickets to become the batter with the most sixes in T20 internationals. I think it's doable, right?
Yeah, hopefully so. He has been short of runs, so yeah, getting 2 big hits will get him going. So yeah, it is likely, and of all the other milestones that I see, I think this is most likely to happen because 3 scalds for Aston Agar, it's not going to be easy. He's just going to
It's
bowl
not
4 overs. It's never easy in T20s, and KL Rahul needing 37 runs to complete a
to
thousand
complete.
runs in.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's doable. If he takes time on, it's doable. Yeah. If he will spend time, no, then yeah, he can do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, KL Rahul, like we spoke earlier, he definitely has got the quality. I mean, it's just that simple. He averages 40, and if he scores as much
Right.
as he averages, it's just done. So yeah.
Right. Josh Hazelwood requires 4 wickets to complete 50 wickets in the T20Is. Vignesh, what do you think? It's doable or not?
He's definitely doable, sir. Josh Hazelwood has been a complete package for the Australian cricket team. In all three formats, he's a very underrated T20 bowler. I feel he comes in with the new ball, hits that Test match length, picks up wickets. Comes sometimes when Finch needs him in the middle, he comes in, bowls an economical over in the middle, and also comes at the depth, and also he sometimes goes for runs, but again he's a wicket taking option. He's been taking wickets lately, so I think 4 wickets is not out of his reach in the series or in the game. I feel.
Right. Virat Kohli requires 63 runs to become the second highest run getter for India in international matches. I think it's doable. I mean, considering the form
Yeah,
he's in.
considering the form he is in, he averages 50, and the last game he scored a century. So yeah, in all likelihood, he will against his favorite opposition. Yeah, it's very much possible.
राइट तो अभी चलते हैं सोशल ट्रैकर की तरफ लेट्स सी वहां पर क्या है हमारे लिए आई एम श्योर सोशल ट्रैकर इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी एक्साइटिंग क्योंकि इट्स अ वेरी बिग मैच युवराज सिंह इज देयर इन द फर्स्ट T20I ऑफ इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया पंजाब में मैच है और पंजाबी पुत्रवान हो ऐसा हो नहीं सकता और देखते हैं सोशल ट्रैकर पर व्हाट डू वी हैव इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज किक्स ऑफ फ्रॉम टुनाइट 7 p.m. और हम सभी इसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा एक्साइटेड हैं क्योंकि इट्स इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया T20 वर्ल्ड कप आ रहा है तो ये इंडिया की तैयारी होगा इस बड़े टूर्नामेंट के लिए और देखते हैं सोशल ट्रैकर पे क्या है हमारे लिए क्योंकि सोशल ट्रैकर पे जो हमें देखने को मिलता है वो अलग ही होता है heavy crowd at Mohali to buy tickets for the first T20 between India versus Australia. पंजाब में हमेशा क्रेज रहता है क्रिकेट को लेकर और ये क्रेज हमें यहाँ पर भी दिखाई दे रहा है So it's going to be a nail-biting match. I'm pretty sure about that. That's it, guys. So we'll see you at the post-match analysis. And the update is Australia won the toss and they elected to bowl first. And अगर आपने अभी तक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो guys फटाफट कर दो. For all the latest cricketing updates, हम मिलते हैं आपसे post-match analysis में. Till then, take care. Have a nice day.